Finding client is one of the biggest challenges for new virtual assistant, and from my own personal experience, there are three reliable ways to find virtual assistant client. The first method is through freelancing platforms, which are Upwork, Fiverr, Freelancer.com. The second method is through cold outreach or direct outreach. And the third method is through networking. I have already covered freelancing platforms and direct outreach in several videos, but in this video, we are going to focus on learning about networking, how you can find virtual assistant clients through networking strategies. The first step in finding a client via networking is proper packaging. It all starts with packaging yourself properly. And how can you package yourself properly? Well, you can start by creating a professional portfolio. A portfolio is simply your personal showcase, your personal introduction, and everything that a potential client can take a look at to determine what you do, who you are, and to determine whether they want to work with you or not. And how can you create a professional portfolio? There are many places to create a professional portfolio. You can buy a domain name and a web hosting and create a personal website like www.sadiqumar.com, and you can have your portfolio over there. But as a virtual assistant getting started, that can be a lot of work and too many challenges. And that is why I don't really recommend you start with a personal website. The best place that you can build your virtual assistant portfolio is on Canva. You can create your portfolio in a PDF format in Canva, and you can share it with your potential client. And you can also create a portfolio in Canva in a website format so that you can share a link with your potential client. They can take a look at, they can just click the link and they will go to the web page and they can take a look at all your portfolio. So having your portfolio in Canva is really the easiest place to get started with. Later on, after you find a client, after you pass the beginner level, if you want to build a personal website, then you can do that. But starting with Canva is the best idea. This is why I recommend beginners to virtual assistant to learn Canva. Because even if you are not offering social media graphic design related stuff to client, you are going to need some level of understanding and knowing how Canva works in order for you to even package yourself right. And even if you don't know how Canva works, I have two separate tutorials, two full tutorials on creating a portfolio in Canva. I'm going to put links to both of them in the description of this video. Just a few things to keep in mind is, if you want to make your portfolio professional, do not cut corners. Do not take shortcuts. Put in everything that it needs to be professional. I will give you an example. Your portfolio needs your nice, clear, professional smiling face. If you don't have a clear picture that should clearly show your smiling face, don't cut corners by just checking your mobile phone and find a picture and you know it's not really a professional headshot, but you say, yeah, this will do, and you just upload it. That is a mediocre mindset. And that those little things are what is going to contribute to making your portfolio not effective. Then you can write your title, your subtitle, and your description. And you can write a full description of yourself and the services you are offering to client. You can also include any relevant work sample in your portfolio. You can include any relevant testimonials in your portfolio. And you can include your verified method that you want people to reach out to you. These are some of the key elements that is going to make your portfolio effective. And after you have this professional portfolio, the next thing that you need to do is have a branded social media account. In order to network with people, you are going to have to be in social media, right? So you need to have a branded and professional social media pages so that no matter where someone finds you, they can take one look at your social account and they will see you as someone professional and they will have a good understanding of what you do. Let me give you one example. I am in one Facebook group for virtual assistant and I worked for a client some time ago and the client paid me a bonus of $100. So I felt very happy about it and I made a post in the group. And the post is, I tag the post to win. People do that in the group. If you have a win, you can celebrate it in the group. So I make a post and I celebrate it that the client, I work for a client, is very happy and pay me extra $100. And someone in the group saw my post and she checked out my Facebook profile and she saw that I am a virtual assistant with website design experience. and she sent me a message on Facebook. She asked me if I can work for her. She have an agency, a web design agency, and I worked for her for a very long time. So when I made the post in the group, if my Facebook profile is just random things everywhere, when she check out my profile, she will not be able to understand what I do, because I made the post saying I am a virtual assistant, knowing that everyone in the group know that I am a virtual assistant. I do some work for a client. I didn't specify what work I did for the client. So if she check out my profile, if the profile is not branded and specific, she will not even know that I do website design. And so that is why all the social profiles that you are going to be, you need to be professional, so that when someone take one look at your profile, they are going to perceive you as professional and they are going to understand what you do. And the next thing that you are going to do after you have this, after you get this out of the way, is be active. If you simply create your profiles and you just read people's posts and you go about your business, or you create several profiles that you don't even log into, you have your own personal profiles that you do whatever you want to do with, you are really never going to get any result. The goal is to connect with people, and you can only connect with people if you are active. So if you join Facebook groups, make sure to not only read posts from people and just go about your business. No matter what ideas you have, if you have any idea, if you have any question that come to mind, go to the groups and post your questions. If someone make a post, read and see if there is anything you can add. No matter what is going on in your process of searching, looking for clients, getting started, learning stuff, be as active as you can in these platforms. If you create a portfolio, you post and ask for feedback. If you create some work samples, you post and ask for feedback. This is the way that you can be known in the industry, you can be known in the communities that you hang out in. And if you are known in the communities, that is how you will be able to connect with people. I once found a client in a paid coaching group, and I joined the coaching group to learn some things about virtual assistants, and I am transitioning from web design to virtual assistants. And I redesigned my website. When I redesigned my website, I posted in a Slack community and I asked for feedback. And among the people who gave me feedback, someone asked me who built the website for me. I said I did it myself, and she said, can I build her website? I said yes, and she ended up paying me, and I built her website. So this all happened because of network. And because we are virtual assistant, if you find one virtual assistant client, you can work with them for years. So all you need is a few clients really to be set. And that is why it's even better than being a freelancer. Networking is better for virtual assistants than freelancers. Because if you are a freelancer doing one-off task, if you find one client today, you have to find another one next week or next month. But as a virtual assistant, you only need to find like 3 or 5 clients, and that is all you are going to need. And that is why networking is really very important. So be active. After you have your professional portfolio, you brand your social profiles, be as active as you can in these platforms. And the next thing is be open to opportunities. Don't have a tunnel vision of what you are going to do. Yes, it's important to create a package. It's important to know what you are going to do. It's important to choose the services you want to offer to client. It's important to be all of this specific, but be willing to accept any opportunity that comes your way. If you are a complete beginner, you haven't found any client yet. Because if you are connecting with people, someone might ask you to do something for them that might be out of your chosen services. And as long as they are willing to pay, and as long as they know that you are a beginner, you are going to learn and figure it out with them, or maybe they have an SOP that they will give you to do the work, be willing to accept and try it out. Because being open to all opportunities is going to help you really learn new things, understand what you are good at, understand what you are more capable of, and help you really refine the services you offer to client and have a better idea of what you should do in order to find a client going forward. So be open to opportunities. So we talk about how to package yourself. You package yourself by creating a portfolio, and the next thing is branding your social media profiles so that anyone who finds your social account, they are going to perceive you as someone professional, and they will understand and have a clear understanding of what you do. And the next thing is being active. You don't join communities and be silent and read people's posts. You make sure you post consistently so that people know you and know what you do in those communities. And the next thing is be open to opportunities. And the final thing is finding clients through community, through connecting with people, is something that can take time and it can happen instantly. So what you simply need to do is make it as part of your routine, because being in community is something that you are going to do even if you have client. Like, I'm not looking for clients, but I'm still engaged in some communities. And if you are in the community, if you are doing it right, eventually you will find client. But if you have this mindset of, I'm going to go into communities and post and ask people to give me a job within 2 or 3 weeks, I will be able to find client, it is not going to work. You join communities with the goal of connecting with people. When you connect with people, the opportunities will come and you are going to do your best to grab on those opportunities. And you can check out this next video to learn how to start creating your portfolio in Canva. If you find this video helpful, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. I will see you in the next one.